Hi, are you familiar with consumer protection? Do you know everything involved in purchasing and paying for a product? When you purchase a product or service from a company, you enter into a binding agreement with them. This happens, for example, when you purchase a phone from a shop or accept an offer regarding a phone subscription. Don't make a rash decision when purchasing a product. Instead, compare prices and think about which payment method would suit you best. The transaction cannot normally be reversed if you regret your decision afterwards. If you are unsure, remember to ask the salesperson if you can return the product if you change your mind. Please read the conditions before signing an agreement and ensure you know how much the final cost of the product will be. If you sign a 12-month agreement, you are bound by it and will have to make the agreed payments during that period. Provided that the product is not defective, you cannot return it unless the seller has granted you entitlement to compensation. By contrast, online purchases normally have a 14-day cancellation policy. The payment must always be made on the due date, whether you settle the whole amount at once or pay in installments. If you make the payment after the due date, you will have to pay additional costs. You can easily get a loan online, but be careful. They normally include different fees, which will considerably increase your original borrowed sum. These loans have created serious financial problems for many people. And watch out for scams. Be especially careful when an offer sounds too good to be true. If an online advert invites you to buy a smartphone for €1, it is probably a scam. If you are unable to pay on time, contact the billing agent. Billing agents are used to discussing payments, and your cooperation is valued. The product and service must reflect the agreement made between the buyer and seller. If the product does not function the way it should, breaks quickly, or if a service is different to what was originally agreed, you have the right to compensation. Report any errors to the company that sold the product or service to you. Report an error as soon as you notice it. For written complaints, you can use the Finnish Competition and Consumer Authority's FCCA's complaint tool. The seller first has the right to try and repair the product, and only if that is unsuccessful can the product be replaced. However, the seller must act within a reasonable time frame, otherwise you can claim a discount, or if all else fails, cancel the transaction. In particularly difficult situations, you can contact the FCCA's free consumer advisors. The consumer advisors offer advice and mediation in conflict situations between consumers and businesses. The Finnish Competition and Consumer Authority is happy to help.